I know when I told the kids I was moving out of the beach house, everybody said, "No, you can't move out of the beach house. We won't have any place to stay when we come to the beach." So, well, that's tough. I didn't buy it for y'all. Oh, so, but, we had the house in North Carolina that we could go to during the summer, and we needed to get closer to our children, so we bought a house in Simpsonville, South Carolina, and never got to move into it. So now Bryce lives in it. But Papa was not sick before he died. In fact, they said he'd had a stroke before we left North Carolina the night before, but he drove from there to Crystal's in South Carolina. And then we'd been there, we were waiting for him to finish our house, and one day he got up from a nap, and he kept saying he couldn't see very well. And I kept telling him he needed to change his glasses. But one day he got up from his nap, and I said, "Where are you? Do you know where you are?" He said, "Sure, I know where I am. I'm in Satellite Beach." And I got him down the stairs, and I said, "Crystal, we need to take him to the hospital." And that was on Sunday, and he died the following Saturday. On Wednesday, he just stopped talking, and we figured he'd gone into another coma. So, and the doctor said he'd had 3 strokes, all back here instead of up here, and this is where your sight is, back here. So.
And you guys both don't really believe in prolonging life?
We didn't believe in that. We figured we let God decide when we died.
Don't look, Travis. Do you want me to blow dry my hair in the mom's room or something? Okay.
Yeah. We're about through here, I think,
Yeah,
aren't
I think we're about.
we? Yeah.
Oh.
You got any good jokes?
Well, I'll tell you a story about one time when you're living in Colorado. I saw an ad in the paper, chickens 50 cents a piece. And we love chicken and rice and chicken and dumpling. And my mother made the best dumplings in the world. And so we said, well, we'll go get some of those chickens. Well, when we got out there, we had to catch them ourselves. So we caught 15 chickens and put them in the back of the station wagon, took them home, got outside, and I'd pull their heads out, or Mom would pull the head out, and I'd chop it off with a hatchet. And then we'd clean them. And we were doing that, and Don came home from work that day, and he said, "What are y'all doing?" And we told him we were cleaning chickens. And he said, "Well, you want me?" And he turned around and walked in the house. We never saw him again. But one of the things we really enjoyed doing was when we had the little tent camper. Remember that one? You don't remember it? It was a little pop-up tent camper. And we went everywhere and camped and stuff, and it was so much fun. We had such a good time doing that.
Is that the camper that you guys were all inside when there was a bear? I feel like I heard that story.
Yes.
What did Papa do about the bear?
Well, we just were very quiet. One day in North Carolina, I looked across to the pond, and there was a bear coming around the pond. And I said, "Don, you need to get the rifle." And so he's in there, and I'm hot. The bear's coming on down the road. around the garden and coming up to our house. And I said, Don, would you please come with the gun? He says, well, I can't remember where I put the ammunition. And the bear came all the way up to the deck, which was about 15 feet from where I was standing, and was eating out of the bird feeder. But he finally found the gun. He brought it to the back door, and he went, and that bear was gone. He'd heard that sound before. But I kept saying, Don, he's coming up on the deck. Well, I can't find the ammunition. So we had, it was crazy. People looked at us like we were crazy, staying in the Air Force. But when he finished his first year of the Air Force, which was school to get his meteorology training, we had to decide whether we wanted to stay in or get out, because he was in the reserves. And so we prayed about it a lot. We finally decided that the thing to do was to stay in because of the times. And so he went down and he told him he was going to stay in. And then when he was when he was a senior in college, we decided not to continue ROTC, so he'd get a commission. And one day this old grizzled master sergeant came in and he said, Don, he said, we've only got one spot in advanced ROTC. He says, I think you ought to take it. And that's how we got in the military. So, but we enjoyed it. We really did. We made lots of good friends. Most of them are gone now. But it was great.
Thanks so much. This was so cool. Thanks, Granny.
If there's anything else you want to know, let me know. I'll tell you.